Welcome to the Swamp Chat, brothers and sisters. I'm your host, Steve Vest. This is in early 1970. We were no longer the King James Version. We'd had a few personnel changes. We had a new drummer named Chip Miller, and we added a keyboard player named Larry Strickland. And I was the front man, the lead singer. Drew Lumbar on slide guitar, an exceptional slide guitarist, Drew Lumbar on the guitar there. We had been practicing on Sundays at the Hell House, and Ronnie had left a key for Drew so we could get inside and practice. And we were in a rehearsal on a Saturday morning, and of course we didn't have the front door locked. The Magi house was on Duval Street, right before you go over the Isaiah Hart Bridge in Jacksonville, Florida. We had changed the name to Magi, so we were now the Magi Band. And we were in the middle of rehearsal, and in walks Roddy, Alan, and Gary. Well, they took us by surprise. They came in, they had smiles on their faces, they were in good moods. We were doing some of my original songs, Mudslide, and we were working on Slow Down Woman, a song that I'd written, kind of a bluesy tune, and we were practicing that tune when they walked in. Well, we stopped rehearsal and said, "Well, what are y'all doing here?" You know, and I said, "Well, Ronnie says, well, we got a big surprise for you, Steve." So we continued the music. Now, in the rehearsal room, it was done the old-fashioned way. We had mattresses on every wall so that the sound wouldn't go outside the Magi house, which was an old two-story house right there in downtown Jacksonville. Well, we had these folding chairs in there like you find in churches and synagogues and schools, and we were start up our song again. Well, like men did back in those days, we all used to lean back on those folding chairs. Well, now Alan had those unusually long legs, so he kept leaning back further and further and further. Finally, Drew stops playing his slide guitar, and he says, "Go ahead and fall already, Alan, so we can get back to rehearsal." Well, that broke everybody up. We thought that was really funny and all, but we finished up our rehearsal, and Ronnie says, we all voted in the Skynyrd Band, and we voted you unanimously to be our opening act in the Northeast area. We're going to be playing at the Greenfield Stables with you. Do as many rehearsals as you can. And we all turned around and said, "Well, what about Alice Marr?" Well, that was Donnie Van Zant's band and Billy Powell's band. And Ronnie said, "Well, I want to give my little brother as much space as he needs to move around in." We all knew what he meant by that, but we were happy to be the band that was going to be the opening act for the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band. We did a little celebrating, had a little beer, you know, had a little party, had a little lunch, you know, and now Leon wasn't there and Bob wasn't there, but it was Ronnie and Gary and Alan, and we just had a good old time. And well, we went back to rehearsal. Ronnie got up. Well, when he was sitting down, he folded his arms like he always did. But Ronnie got up and he started walking around, and he walked in front of me, and I got a little nervous because it was Ronnie Van Zant himself, and you know, he's already a star, you know, in Florida. And I was a little nervous, and after my song, he looked at me and said, "Excellent, Steve," and he told the band, "Excellent. We're really looking forward to this. It's going to be a good union between Lynyrd Skynyrd and Magi." Well, brothers and sisters, I'll see you at the next Swamp Chat. Next month, we're going to be celebrating our 3rd year. I'll see you at the next show.